Okay, I gotta kind of give my opinion on this whole Botter situation. Different ones have been bringing up the whole Botter being 14 and arrested and yada yada yada. Well, Botter was the channel manager for not only Noodles but for Minnie Manson as well. And there was a couple of times where no, Minnie did not know. None of us knew that Botter was an actual child because Botter would come into Discord. He'd get up on the bush but he'd never speak. He was always muted. And if he did, it was a robotic, like, I don't want to say voice changer, but it was one of those voices that was not his own. It was like an animated voice or whatever they call it. Well, every night Minnie Manson would go live. I don't know who all the people were on Minnie's panel, but you could tell Minnie was not touching his computer or his device, whatever he used to go live on. He would be performing as Marilyn Manson. So he'd be away. You could see him fully in the camera. His hands were on the microphone. He was doing his whole thing. And there was one night he did this, and all of a sudden, Minnie was full screened at the time. The full screen goes down, and up comes these images of pornographic from like Pornhub, whatever, which caused Minnie to have his channel struck. Then there was other times on other streams that Minnie had done that Botter would convince him to do acts of a sexual nature involving certain toys and get him to yell out Botter's name, Mr. Botter, Botter, Mr. Botter. Botter fully manipulated Minnie Manson. Fucked with his head badly. Now, I'm not going to bash Minnie. I've got no issue with them. But we also know Minnie has a lot of things going on mentally. And now I feel him finding out that Botter is actually a 14-year-old child and Botter manipulating him to do what he did. I want to say I fear for Minnie Manson's mental well-being. Because I feel like something like this will make Minnie want to do something that could have probably, I don't want to say been prevented, but Minnie only knew what people told him about Botter. I don't know what the conversations between him and Botter were. If he told Botter, hey, these people are coming to me and saying this, and Botter saying, oh, they're full of shit, they don't know what they mean. But all I could show Minnie was proof that of what I have seen from allegedly Botter doxing and threatening and doing whatever to Blazing Leo in text messages, tweets, whatever Leo at the time had shown. I showed Minnie that Botter had done this. And this is why, like I said, I don't know the conversations that Minnie and Botter had, because he was invited into one Discord where I was at, and the only comment he got to make in, like, typing into a chat was something about, oh, Missy called me a hacker or something like that. And I turned right around and I responded back. I said, I did not call you a hacker. I called you a doxer, but not a hacker. And that was the only thing I had said to him in this thing. And the Discord owner said to me privately, and she's like, what's up with this guy? And I said, he's up to no good. I said, this is what he's done. He's threatened people, da-da-da-da-da-da. And poof, he was gone. And then, like I said, he was in Elisa Jordana's Discord. I can honestly say, yes, that Discord was at one point heavily CSAM'd, but I can't fully say it was all Botter because it was done at the time when Noodles was also in there. And do I know whether or not he threatened Lisa Jordana? No, I don't. I know there was talks in there of him threatening to dox her. There was a guy, Tony Stark. He was going back and forth with him in there. But at the time when CSAMing hit, I'll say about October, November, Elisa was in the process of going away on vacation. And so at the time, she had kicked both Botter and Noodles. And when she got to wherever she was, she had allowed not Noodles, but Botter back into the Discord. And right up until a couple of weeks ago, she re-added Noodles. But the whole time when Noodles was not there, the CSAMing in there stopped. I don't know if there was still talks of the pedophilia or anything to that nature, but I just know the posting of the pictures had stopped. And next thing I know, Noodles is back in there, and now that Botter has been allegedly arrested, Noodles and Botter are both gone from that Discord again. And from my understanding is somebody had said if anybody asks, mentions, or brings up Noodles or Botter in that Discord, they themselves will be banned. So I don't know to the extent of what happened because, like I said, he got arrested and it was just no talk of them ever again. So unless Tony Stark has come out on somebody's panel and said something, or, somebody else from CAF that Botter has done this to, I don't know because they're not saying nothing in there. But I know a lot of people left Elisa's Discord when it was heavily CSAMmed by whoever. But I reiterate, it didn't happen again after Elisa kicked them both the first time. And then when she brought Botter back, all these people that were also in there that Noodles fought with, there was no interaction between them and Botter. And then she brought Noodles back in right up till about a week or so ago, and the bickering and the fighting and the bullshit started again in there. So my honest opinion is, if Botter is responsible, I think they really need to take a good long look at Noodles as well, because I don't think his hands are very clean in a lot of this either.